in making a video about object-oriented programming, I'm thinking about it afterwards, and some things that some people have said have indirectly triggered some ideas. The one thing I think it is important to always remember when discussing these types of ideas dealing with computer languages and object-oriented programming and similar concepts is, what is their ultimate purpose? Is the purpose to help the computer? Well, the processor, it doesn't know from anything. It's mindlessly executing little instructions that have been compiled down so that from the processor's level, most programs look kind of the same anyway. If you follow my drift on that, it's just mindlessly chugging through things. There are no objects in the sense that we're talking about at the processor level. So what is the purpose of all of this? The purpose of object-oriented programming is to assist the programmer in enforcing a discipline in his or her own programming such that it is more likely to be correct, easier to debug, easier to maintain, easier for other people to follow. In other words, the point of it isn't to be esoteric. Occasionally I've had people come across and, make comments like, well, they found some aspect of the language that isn't particularly object-oriented, doesn't follow the rules, or better yet, where they have found a way to circumvent some aspect of the language so that it doesn't really protect data in the way that we normally think of. And that's all fine, and I have no objection to that. The two things I would say is, generally I'm not interested in those types of discussions, but it's fine for other people to be. And two, when you are making them, you should make some effort to recall that object orientation does not exist for its own benefit. It exists for the benefit of programmers and end users. Now, end users are not ever going to be able to see any evidence where they can say, oh, this program was written in an object-oriented way or not. I just don't see that happening. But the point is, they will get programs that have less bugs in them, that are easier to get produced in a reasonable amount of time, that are easier to maintain and change. So to keep my eye on the big ball, I constantly try to come back to, or eye on the ball of whatever size, come back to the idea that object orientation is for the benefit of the programmer in writing good programs, and it does that by enforcing a discipline that reduces the possibility of redundant, inconsistent code, spaghetti code, and all sorts of things that we know we will do naturally, either because programs are too big for us to always be remembering everything that's in them, or because we're just naturally inclined to do things in a way that we think will get the immediate job done, but in the long term actually takes longer to do generally.